Hello, everybody, and thank you for being here today. And as we continue to go through the book of Proverbs and learn from the wisdom of Solomon. And if you would like to follow along today, we'll be back in the 10th chapter, beginning in verse 6, where Solomon is going to share with some of the benefits of living a life of godly wisdom. And he's going to talk about really two blessings, two benefits that come from living according to godly wisdom. In verse 6, he says, Blessings are upon the head of the just, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. And so we see that the first blessing that he mentions is that those who live their life righteously, live their life according to the wisdom that God gives us, are respected, are looked up to, are honored by others. Obviously, God blesses that lifestyle, but in this situation, he is specifically, I think, speaking of the respect and honor, admiration, those type adjectives that someone who lives their life according to the regulations, the wisdom of God, that others give them. And probably all of us can think in our mind of someone who resembles that remark. That someone in our life who we know live their life according to good biblical principles, live their life righteously, were compassionate and concerned about other people, dealt honestly in their dealings, in their business dealings, and other things, and because of that, people had a respect for them, had an honor for them. As I think about that, just recently had the privilege, and some of you watching this morning will know of who I speak. I just had the privilege recently of speaking at the funeral service for a man in our congregation named Wallace Halsey. And I think Wallace definitely demonstrated and revealed the truth of this statement. Anyone who knew him and knew his demeanor, knew his personality, knew how he lived his life, knew how he did business, they had respect and honor for him. On the other hand, Solomon says, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. The wicked, those who refuse to judge the wisdom of God, he says they are rejected. They are, people have the opposite opinion of them. They don't want to be around them. They don't respect them because of their actions. And so we govern our life with wisdom, obviously for the blessing of God, but also for the respect and honor of our companions. The second blessing he talks about in verse 7, he says, "The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot." That's pretty straightforward. I don't need to comment on that a great deal. He says someone who lives their life according to the wisdom of God, according to the righteousness of God, they are remembered in with great honor. And I mentioned a moment ago the funeral service for the life and the funeral for Wallace. There are, you know, pastors all over town will tell you about the difference in speaking at a service for someone who is being remembered because of their righteousness, because of their walk with the Lord. But he says of those who fail to do that, a pretty powerful statement. He says their name will rot. And you know, it may not be the perfect explanation of that, but here's what I hear when I think of that. When I think of something rotten, I think of something that stinks. And so he's, to me, when I read that statement, he's saying somebody that doesn't live their life according to the righteousness and the wisdom of God. He said their memory stinks. That's the way I read that, and I think most of us know that to be true. We have people that we have been acquainted with in our lifetime that because of the way they chose to live their life and the way they acted and the way they dealt with people, their memory stinks. And so as we look at just those two simple statements about the blessings of living righteously, again, that others will have honor and respect for us. But not only that, then once we're gone, once we leave this world, that our memory, the memory that we leave behind, will be a positive memory, will be a good memory. I think all of us would agree the last thing we want to do is leave behind a memory of our life that stinks. And I hope you'll think about that today. That's a really blunt way. You don't have to be a Bible expert to think about that one. Are my actions today, is my life today? When people look back at my choices that I make today, will they think they stink? Will they be rotten? Or will they be worthy of respect and honor? Let's govern our life today by that thought. Have a good day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.